wild, authentic, and inspiring. This describes a land of ample open space where wildlife and people thrive, and where working ranches continue to be a cornerstone of the Crested Butte experience. In 1991, citizens of Crested Butte rallied to protect the land they loved and formed the Crested Butte Land Trust to carry out their vision. They saw it as their duty to protect this special place. I am a member of a fifth-generation Gunnison Valley ranching family and a former president of the Land Trust. Having had the privilege of growing up here, I felt alarmed as our precious land became threatened. Protecting our open space is of paramount importance for our environment, ranching, and our economy.
Without the Land Trust, it would be a little bit scary to think about what this valley would look like today. There is no doubt our open space is one of our most incredible assets and a big, big reason why people come here, people live here, people visit here, why they make a life here. I personally am very excited to see the Land Trust work with multiple organizations and partners throughout the valley to ensure that we are working towards the same goals, in that we do love our valley very much, but we're very much into protecting it into the future and making sure that we can provide the same experiences in the future that we are so blessed to have now. Connectivity is massive to the recreation network here on the north end of the valley, and Crested Butte is blessed with miles and miles of trails and single track, but we still lack a lot of ability to connect some of those trails, and conservation means a lot in terms of being able to realize that connectivity and create even more and better recreation experiences.
My family has had a relationship with the Land Trust from the very beginning, and they've been critical in allowing our operation to continue with contiguous landscape that allows connectivity. When we look at landscapes, we're really thinking about ecosystem function, and ecosystems don't stop at fence lines. So having this connectivity where the whole system can work as an entity is really important, not only for agricultural productivity, but wildlife habitat. Without the Land Trust and the conserved lands that they steward, I don't think that we would see ranching still exist in the Slate River Valley. Stewardship for me is a commitment to understanding and being aware of my presence in place and making sure that I am contributing to the greater whole.
So basically what the open vistas and open spaces provide for me is a sort of a sanctuary in which to express myself. First of all, I love the mountains, I love where I live, and the photography just comes along with it. It's an expression of that passion that I have for the mountains. The most inspiring part of my work is getting into the mountains and feeling that sense of awe and beauty that inspire me to do my work. I think that the Land Trust, through the preservation of the land, provides a sanctuary for us to go out, enjoy all these activities that otherwise would be a lot more complicated to perform. For me, the open space is the inspiration that gets me going.
The great blue heron are a canary in the coal mine here, where they're a litmus test for what the CB Land Trust has done to conserve the Slate River and give the wildlife a place at the table. The conserved lands and what the CB Land Trust has done by protecting lands and allowing a place for the great blue heron to thrive and survive has taken my passion to a whole new level, where before I wasn't even sure of all the species that were here or how sensitive they were and how much they needed the land trusts and our help protecting them and their habitat. And so the CB Land Trust has allowed my passion to really flourish along with the wildlife and herons that are here on their protected lands.
The same principle that founded the Land Trust over 30 years ago still guides all of us today. Preservation of the beautiful mountains surrounding our town, trails accessible from our back doors, cattle drives down the main road, and the coexistence of wildlife and community. This is what makes the Gunnison Valley special, and it is what the Crested Butte Land Trust fights to protect. I hope you'll join us in protecting this wild, authentic, and inspiring place forever.